Hello, and welcome back. It's been a little while since my last video because I've been having some trouble tech-wise recording this one. This is actually my third attempt at recording this video. The first attempt was... for some reason I finished recording and the finished video file had no sound. It was totally mute. For whatever reason, OBS decided not to record any audio randomly to that video file, which was upsetting. And then the second attempt was also marred by audio issues, but those audio issues were my fault. So I'm going to attempt to try and get this out this time by recording this video in two halves. I'm going to record one game, stop recording, check the audio, then record part two, check the audio, and then splice them together. That way I won't sit here talking to myself for an hour and a half for no reason. As you can see, we've already got the game in the drive. Where's the cursor? There's the cursor. Okay, so first game of this video is a true cult classic, and yes, it is Ikaruga by Treasure. And look, and the game's already loaded up my custom settings. So yes, this game supports 3x4 mode to make the maximum amount of use of the screen resolution. Since this game is a vertical shooter, you want as much of that resolution dedicated to screen height as possible. So 3x4 mode is definitely the way to go, also known as Tate mode in a lot of older shooters. Yeah. Project RS2. This game is not a sequel to Radiant Silvergun, however it is considered a spiritual successor. It is a very, very different kind of shooter though to Radiant Silvergun. Alright. So this game was originally a, what was it? Naomi arcade board game in Japan, and since the Naomi arcade board is really just the arcade equivalent of the Dreamcast hardware, it was inevitable that this game at some point would get ported to the Dreamcast, at least in Japan, because, wait, when was this game released? Where's the box? 2001 was the original release of this game. And the GameCube port came out in 2003, published by Atari. Now, this GameCube port is not... it's not amazing, put it this way. For example, especially the European version, which is the version I'm playing here. The European version is 50 Hz only, despite the vast majority of European GameCube games supporting 60 Hz. For whatever reason, Atari just didn't feel the need to add a 60 Hz mode to the European version. Thanks, Atari. So as a result, this particular version of the game gets sniffed at quite a bit by arseholes. There is a considerable amount of toxic elitism in shooter circles, and few as toxic as the Ikaruga community. So, whatever. I'm going to play on easy mode because I'm not good at this game. I enjoy it, this game is fun, but I'm not that good at it, and I want to try and get as far as possible. I can reliably get to level 4 on easy mode. Okay, so hold down B to shoot. Tap A to change polarities. You switch backwards and forwards between black and white. You are only vulnerable to bullets of the opposite colour. So while you're black bullets do nothing to you. While you're white bullets do nothing to you. White enemies take extra damage from black bullets. Black enemies take extra damage from white bullets. There's a little meter down in the bottom left corner of the screen that you can see filling up. That fills up as you absorb bullets of your colour. So as I pick up these white bullets, you'll notice that meter crawling up. And then when I'm ready, I can just tap the right shoulder button to unleash homing missiles, which are very useful. And just like Radiant Silvergun, this game has ridiculously poorly translated boss messages. Oh Jesus. Alright, we'll be fine, we're fine. Oh, Jesus Christ. Absorb the homing missiles. Oh shit. Get through with that? I did. Awesome. Ugh. Oh, I've got to love that slowdown. That intentional slowdown whenever a boss blows up, just to let you know, yeah, you fucked his shit up so bad, the fucking frame rate broke. Okay. I think they took the post-boss slowdown out of the PC version of this game, or the 360, PS3 and PC version that they put out a few years ago. Like, people weren't into the aesthetic of intentional slowdown, so they're like, nah, we'll just smooth it out, fuck it. I might be wrong, I haven't played that version in a long time, but I want to say I'm right. Awesome. Chapter 2. Also want to quickly state that yes, I know the footage might seem a little bit blurry because, again, I'm playing a GameCube game on a European Wii, and for whatever reason the European Wii, it might not just be the European Wii, but the Wii, even if you set the Wii to 480p mode, whenever you play a GameCube game on it, will brute force interlaced mode. So fast-moving objects might appear slightly blurry. Getting tricksy. Through. Just going to hang out here for a minute. Just absorb some bullets, get my missiles up. I like this level, it's kind of cool. Lots of environmental hazards. Again, I'm not playing particularly... This is a score-based game, and I'm playing right now for survival, not score. If I was playing for score, and I was particularly good at this game, I would be taking more risks, like darting in and out between the hazards to try and, you know, play this game in a more efficient manner. Fuck! Ah, I panicked. I panicked! Let's go this way, let's go left. So because it takes you longer to defeat enemies that are the same colour as you, I want to say you get more points for defeating black enemies while you're black and white enemies while you're white. Oh Jesus! Okay, everything's fine, everything's cool. I do like this next boss though. This next boss coming up is pretty damn cool. It's hard, but it's cool. What does it say? The big enemy is approaching at full throttle, and I missed the rest of it. Okay, see those two weak points on the front? They're being protected by shields. So, you have to shoot the shield of the same colour as your weapon in order to get it to extend, and then you have to duck in behind the shield and shoot the weak point. So in order to get the black exposed, shoot it with black bullets, then dart in behind it to shoot it with some white. Ah, fuck. Okay. Of course, your missiles also do more damage. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh. Got him. Alright. Oh. That one's tricky, but nothing compared to what's coming. C rank. Alright, here we go. Lovely juice. Lots of lasers in this level, so you can make liberal use of your missiles. Fuck. Panicked and made the wrong decision. No, I pressed the wrong button as well. It's a bad time to do that. It's a bad time to do that. Hang out over here, just absorb. Ugh, that was just the intro. It's not even the main level yet. Here we go. This game's got a great soundtrack. I love just the tone of everything. Fuck. Didn't hit the button fast enough. Oh, lasers. This bit's tricky. I'm not so great at this part. Got to work your way backwards, got to make sure you're far enough backwards. Otherwise you get hit by something. Those gates. Whoop. I kind of guess where the gates are going to go. If you wait for them to finish moving, it's already too late. Oh god, no! That's fucking mental. Oh. This is not the main boss, this is just a mini-boss. That was messy. So this is mental, this boss. So, fuck. God damn it. That was just embarrassing. Again, trying to play this and talk at the same time, not easy. Right, gotta shoot these pods in the outer corner. Fucking... nightmare. I'm just eating through my lives now. I'm not even being particularly careful. Oh, you have to pay attention to so much. Like now these lasers. Okay. Ugh. The Dreamcast version of this game, I don't think if I said earlier, I don't remember, but the Dreamcast version of this game was Japan only. Yeah, we did not get Ikaruga officially until the GameCube port 2 years later. I don't think there was a PS2 or an Xbox port. Fuck. I want to say it was just GameCube for a while. There wasn't another port until the Xbox 360 port several years later, I think. So for a while, the only legitimate way you could play this game in the West was to get the GameCube version. I think. I'm pretty sure that's the case. This is level 4. This level's fucked. I'm just gonna hang out here like a coward. No! Fuck. Nope. Wrong way. No! Shit. It sucks how it doesn't remember your initials from the previous time. You have to put them in every fucking time. A lot of games remember what your initials are. No, fuck. No. What the fuck am I... This is easy mode, by the way. This is easy, apparently, according to this game. Ugh. Oof. Yikes! Nope, couldn't do it. Nah. Okay. Avoid the black ones! Yikes! Okay, turrets up top. Okay, dealt with. Everything's under control. Barely. Oh god! Suicide planes. According to the data, it is identified as... I didn't get that word. And I immediately died. Fabulous. What? Shit. no way. There's no way. Just gotta... Fuck's sake. Shoot down those 3 doors on the outside. Ugh. I'm trying to guess where the fuck it's gonna go. Probably not gonna destroy this one. Probably gonna... Because every boss has a time limit. Shit. So much shit you gotta keep track of. Oh my god. No! Shit. Oh my god, just... Nope! Nope, didn't get it. That boss is legitimately hard. That boss is actually very hard. There's so much to keep track of at all times. Oh well, whatever. Alright. Oh great. There's a million kamikaze enemies. Brilliant. Oh shit. I've never finished this game, by the way. At a certain point, the game just gets too obscenely hard. Oh, okay, I didn't do too badly there. I like how so far the majority of my commentary has just been me swearing and complaining about how hard the game is. Oh, okay, lasers. Oh, Jesus! I got boxed. I got boxed in. Okay, so suck up the trails these guys leave. Oh god, and their trails will stay, by the way, so... Ugh! Yeah. Oh, somehow I still have credits. Oh. I'm getting annoyed now. I'm losing my patience. Okay. Oh, we've got this stupid ball. So shoot the ball of the opposite colour. Pretty explanatory. Fuck. Shit! Fuck. This is insane. Nope. Oh, Jesus Christ! No. Fuck me, I beat it. Ugh. Oh, and that's the final boss right there. That weird little crystal dude, that's the final boss. Oh, I am sweating. Warning, you cannot fire. Fucking what? Just survive, basically. That's nuts. Hey. Just fuck off. No.
9.
Nope, I have no more credits.
7. 6.
No more credits.
5. 4. 3, 2, 1, 0.
We'll meet again someday soon. It's a shame that Treasure don't really make anything anymore. They're basically just a holdings company for the games they used to make. That's kind of all they do now. Oh well. That is Ikaruga. That is an obscenely hard bullet hell shooter from Treasure. That's got an okay, if flawed, port to the GameCube. Anyway, there are many, many much better ways of playing this game now. Anyway, I'm going to stop recording, check the sound levels, and if everything's good this time, I'll see you with the next game. And we're back. Okay. I had to do a couple more sound checks with this next game because this next game is really fucking loud. I've had to basically crank down the volume on this game to minus 16 decibels, which is the lowest I think I've ever had to put a game. And it's still almost constantly like manages to reach the yellow section of the volume bar in OBS. It's nuts how loud this game is. Ugh. Some might call this game a loud game for a loud generation. Yeah, whatever. Ugh. Fuck that early 2000 pop punk bullshit. Anyway, some of you may have already figured out what this game is. So, this game was a game that I did have for my Dreamcast when it came out in 2001, I believe. Very, very late Dreamcast game. And it would help if I unmute the mage well. How about that? And I was of an age, I would have been about 14 when this game came out. The perfect age to enjoy a game like this. Now that I'm an adult, I just don't know. It doesn't have the same effect on me as it used to. But man, there was a point in time where I fucking adored this game. So much so that I went and bought it a second time when it came out for the GameCube. And this is my original copy, by the way. This is the same copy that I bought back in 2002? When did this come out for the GameCube? Not sure. Oh, yikes. Who is up for some Sonic the fucking Hedgehog? One of his most divisive games ever. And again, sorry for the interlace blurring. This game's probably going to have a ton of it, because this game moves. Boom. Yeah, this is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for the GameCube. A port of Sonic Adventure 2 for the Dreamcast. This version of the game received a ton of extra stuff. A shit ton of extra stuff. It's graphically improved. Not a huge amount, but noticeably amount. It still looks like a Dreamcast game, but, you know, it's got a little bit of extra flourish on the GameCube. It's got a bunch of extra content, especially on the multiplayer side.
File select.
This game is, content-wise, extremely dense. Probably part of the reason why I played so much of it at the time, because there's just so much. So you've got your standard story modes. You can play as Sonic and Tails and whatever, or you can play as Eggman and new villain Shadow the Hedgehog, who is literally just Vegeta. Yo, Shadow is to Sonic what Vegeta is to Goku. It's the same fucking character, basically. It's the same fucking character. Yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog, probably one of my least favourite characters. Fondly named Emo the Hedgehog by me and my friends at the time. Let's see, let's go to stage select. Let's just get this over with, shall we? You can't play this game without City Escape. Let's get it over with. So, this game has an extremely diverse soundtrack. It's kind of all over the place. There's lots of pop punk, a little bit of R&B, some rap, and it ranges in quality from pretty catchy to god fucking awful. We'll listen to some of that god awful music later on, but this City Escape's theme song is not bad. It's on the catchy end of the spectrum.
Attention all units. Suspect seen heading south. Block all major roads and capture the
Whoop,
suspect.
missed. Good start. Don't hit the cars. Slow you down. Oh god. Alright. So this game has a pretty smooth frame rate. This game runs like butter. It's so smooth. It's I want to say the Dreamcast version was mostly smooth. I think there were a handful of spots in the Dreamcast version that had some slowdown. But yeah, this GameCube version, I don't think there's any part of this game that actually taxes the system. Whoop, that was dumb. Totally missed that rail. I'm not going to get a great time this time because I'm going to spend a little bit of time trying to explain the mechanics. So it's A button to jump. If there's an enemy at close range, you can tap the A button in mid-air to attack him. I've got a lot of the upgrades that I've got all of the upgrades on this save file. So I've got the bounce, got the fire spin, several others. There we go. If you manage to press jump while standing on the ramp, I missed that one. You do a little trick which gains you some extra points. Don't fuck this up. In every level, there's a gold enemy. You see that just to the left of the menu? That little gold robot? That's called the Golden Beetle. That is worth about 2,000 points by itself. If you want to go for A ranks, you need to get the Gold Beetle. It's only on screen for about 5 seconds, so once it appears, you have to go for it. Got him. Was it 2,000 or 1,000? I wasn't looking at the score. I think it's 2,000. Let's pick up that key. I'll tell you what that key does later. Yeah. This game is... Now I'm older and wiser, I can recognise that this game is kind of a mess in many ways, but god damn did it have style at the time. Oh, where the fuck? I'm trying to line up with this fucking rail. You know what? Fuck it. There are lots of Easter eggs and references to other Sonic Team games. You see lots of Nights into Dreams references. Fuck. That's a problem. I was trying to go for the rings, but unfortunately the light dash and the bounce are attached to the same button, so if you're not close enough to the rings, you will just throw yourself. Let's try that again. Ooh, there's a secret down here that you can't get to until later in the game. You have to come back later to get. Whoop, okay. There we go.
Here we go.
Let's try that again, shall we? Got it. You can hold down B on a rail to speed up. Alright, and this is basically this game's equivalent of the Killer Whale section from the first Sonic Adventure. I'm not even going to go for the rings, I just want to finish the level. Normally getting an A rank on this level is not an issue, but trying to explain the game and play it at the same time. Also, I just died, so I'm lucky if I get anything higher than a C. Probably not even that, I reckon a D. This smells like a D rank to me. Yeah, thought so.
No problem.
Oh well. So that key I picked up earlier, if you pick up that blue key, you go to this little area called Chow World. The Chows are like a virtual pet. You can feed and train and like send them to school. It's kind of amazing. And then what you do with them, you can send them into races, upload them to your Game Boy Advance. Where are they? Where are all my... I see one. Where are the other two? Uh-oh. Oh, that's right, they're at school. I forgot. Oh, lots of interlaced blurring happening right now. Again, very sorry about that, but that's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. This game got ported to like 360, PlayStation 3 and Steam a few years ago, so that, and I want to see that those versions of this game kept all of the extra content and visual upgrades of the GameCube version. So yeah, those versions are the best way to play this game now. Where am I? Health Center, Principal, Classroom. There we go. He's learned how to drum. Also, he's got a creepy fucking grin. So, in the original Dreamcast version of the game, you could upload these guys onto the VMUs, and then take the VMU with you out and about. And you know, the Chow on your VMU would behave and act very similarly to how like an old Tamagotchi used to. You know, you have to pay it attention. Play with it, you know, and in return, the more you mess around with the Chow on the VMU, the higher likelihood that when you did load it back into the game, it would bring some extra items with it. Some of which you could only get from the VMU. Obviously, the GameCube doesn't have a VMU, but what Nintendo did have at the time was a Game Boy Advance, and then using a Game Boy Advance connection cable, you could essentially do the same thing. But you have to be careful though. Like when your Chow was loaded onto your Game Boy Advance, you had to be careful not to turn off the power to the GBA, because if you turned off the power, that Chow's gone. It's just gone. It's disappeared. There's nothing, you know. Of course, I haven't really got anything right now. But if you had any of the Sonic Advance games, so Sonic Advance 1, 2 and 3, which I still have actually, they're somewhere, probably buried in a box somewhere, my original copies, and had that plugged into the Game Boy Advance, when you uploaded the Chow, it would actually save the Chow to the Sonic Advance cartridge, so you could turn the power off without losing your Chow. Kind of awesome. Oh, isn't that cute? He's got a little Sonic doll. That's adorable. Where's the green guy? See if I can get him to play with the ball. Nope, doesn't want to know. So yeah, right now this green little guy's a baby, but he will grow up, he will learn skills. There's a breeding season, so at some point Chows will breed and then create new offspring. That will be a combination of the two Chows that bred. So you'll have features from both parents. It's kind of crazy deep how you know, this virtual pet system is kind of mad, crazy deep. It's a lot more fleshed out and like deep than it was in the original Sonic Adventure. So yeah, once you've raised your Chow, you've raised his stats, you've given him items, you've taught him things, you can then have him take part in races. At the moment I've only got 3 Chow on this memory card, so... It's a challenge race. So I've got 3 Chows. I've got Sonic Star, who is my number 1A performer right now. Got Tokomo with the dragon wings, or little green guy who doesn't have a name. Let's put up this guy. He has level 80 stamina. Let's have a look. So challenge races. Oh, my egg! Let's have him race against some sentient eggs. That sounds suitably horrifying. So yeah, I would spend hours and hours just like raising the stats on these things, taking them to school to learn new abilities, unlocking new items via the GBA. I probably spent just as much time in the Chow Gardens on this game as I did in the rest of the game combined. You know? So the races are pretty simple. You don't actually have any direct control over what your Chow is doing. All you can really do is, you see that little stamina bar in the top right? That will slowly decrease as the race goes on, but you can occasionally tap A to have your Chow burn a little bit of extra meter. Oh, he tripped. Fuck. Yeah, that can occasionally happen. Sometimes your Chow will just trip. Add a little bit of bullshit RNG to this thing. Oh, get out the fucking way, egg dude. I'm not going to win this anyway, so... Oh, that's good. The guy in second place tripped. I might win. Please don't fall into a pit hole. Yeah, there are pitfalls in this final stretch. And I didn't fall. Awesome. Go. I won. I fucking won. Yes. Awesome. Yeah, so by completing the races, you can unlock emblems, extra items, extra options in the races. So you have to finish beginner race series to unlock the dual race, finish the dual race series to unlock the challenge races and the hero and dart races. Now, I think you unlock the hero and dart races by raising a hero or dark Chow, which depends on what character has been spending the most amount of time with the Chow, how you treat the Chow, and what garden it's hanging out in. So yeah, it's weirdly deep. Also, there's the Chow Karate, which is entirely new. This mode was not in the Dreamcast original. This was added to the GameCube version. Let's give Tokomo a go. Let's Standard. Togemo's not quite an expert. Hell yeah. So you see on the bottom of the screen, you see that zeal meter? That's basically the Chow's energy level. As the match goes on, that will slowly decrease. If your Chow misses attacks, it will take a big hit. If it completely runs out, there will be a portion of time where your Chow is extremely vulnerable and they'll just kind of sit there. So you have to mash on the A button to refill the meter as much as possible before they get attacked. And again, like the racing, you don't have any real direct control over what the Chow is doing. It's entirely based, what they do is entirely based on their stats, the skills they've learned, and their personality type. God damn. Yeah, there are two ways to win. You can either completely drain the opponent's health bar, or you can win via ring out, which is the most common way to win. This Chow's wearing a balaclava. Yeah, fuck him up. Rip and tear. Yeah. It's something kind of fucked up about the concept of you're raising these adorable little baby-looking animal things, you know, taking care of them, feeding them, teaching them skills, and then you just kind of just have them take part in pit fights, which is what essentially this is. Have them just beat the shit out of each other. Oh my god. I mean, racing, that's wholesome. That's just wholesome. There's nothing weird about the racing. However, forcing two of them to beat each other up, it's something. You ain't got time to taunt Spooky. You leave yourself open. Okay, one more hit and he's out. Oh, he dodged. The shit. Oh, he's out of zeal. So he's just going to sit there and just take it. Like that. Anyway, that's the Chow Garden. It's honestly
Select the stage.
My favourite part of this game. It is kind of crazy deep. Just what? Oof, it's nuts. It could have been a game by itself. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's do a couple more levels. Let's play a shadow level. This is arguably the only good shadow level. So Shadow controls almost entirely the same as Sonic does. It's got a couple of differences. But, oh, Jesus Christ. He's got a light dash. He's got some fire somersault. He doesn't have the bounce. Shadow does not have a bounce ability. try and get an A rank this time, shall we? Let's actually put some effort into this. Oh god. I'm seeing some screen tearing from my perspective. Hopefully you're not seeing that. Okay. Okay, land on the rail? Yeah. Got it. If you land on the rail, you get a little bit of extra points. Style points. Rail! Yeah. Oh, and I destroyed a jet. That was cool. So those jets flying around, they are destructible enemies, but they're very hard to get. Oh, golden bug. Got him. There he is. And if you manage to jump off at the very end of those rails, you can get a little bit of a flourish, which results in some extra points. Oh, there's another Nights into Dreams Easter egg over there. That building is just shaped like Knights for some reason. We should look at Knights at some point. Knights is not good. It's okay, but it's nowhere near as good as its certain segment of the Sega fan base likes to pretend it is. It's okay at best. Whoa. Watch out for that robot. He always gets you.
Here we go.
If you don't know he's coming. And that should be an A rank. Might be a B. Might be a B. No, it's an A. Cool.
Ultimate victory.
Good.
Select the stage.
Let's do... This one's fun. This one's a cool level. It's got good music. That's a bit of flourish there. You don't have to do that, but I like to do it because it looks cool. Okay, gold bugs over here to the left, hidden away. When you jump at the right time, you can catch one of those jets, but I didn't do it that time. Okay. Oh god, can I hit it? Oh, I missed it. Ah, crap. There's a rail on that corner that you can land on to make that last bit look a bit cooler, but I missed it. Super risky, because if you miss it, you can just kind of just go straight off. Oh shit! No, I'm not going to attempt the higher platform. Fuck! If you're fast enough and efficient enough, there's a higher up handle that you can get to, but you basically need to hit that catwalk perfectly. You can't afford to get caught up on anything. You can't afford to run into the railing like I did. There's only just enough time, if you do it perfectly, to get to the higher handle. I have done it a few times, but Not today. Fuck! Okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's good. No worries.
Just made it.
Yeah, you kind of need to... in order to get an A rank on this level, you kind of need to get to that higher platform on the rocket. Alright, let's show off a couple more levels. Let's do a Knuckles level. The Knuckles levels are the same as they were in Sonic Adventure 1. Just big open environments where you have to track down 3 pieces of emerald. And this level has some of the more notorious music in the entire game. This song is terrible, but in kind of a great way.
It's closer.
It's behind it?
2 more left.
It's behind it. There it is. Okay. Pumpkin Snowman. What the hell is that? So the scoring system on these levels is based on how long it takes you to find the emeralds, how many hints you use before you find each one, and of course, you know, rings and enemies defeated. But it's primarily time and hints. Oh, there's a thing here, I can use one of my abilities. So you see, as I destroy enemies, I pick up those little coloured crystals and the animals. Those are objects you can take back to the Chow Garden to directly affect your Chow's stats. This is a massive waste of time because I don't need more lives. Look, I have 98. Oh, Jesus Christ, camera. Ugh. Again, one of the main problems with this game, I would say, is the camera is horrendous. Sometimes the camera will just kind of do its own thing, regardless of what is actually useful. What does it mean if a ghost gets leery? A ghost tried to approach me and got leery. What does that mean? Still looking for a pumpkin snowman. God. The lyrics in this song are cheesy as hell, but the song itself is kind of catchy. Oh, here we go. This looks like a pumpkin snowman.
Wax. 1 more left.
Go! But man, there's one song in particular, I want to say it's the Aquatic Mine level, that is just fucking awful. Wait, what was the... A place where flames cross. What? Oh, there's flames down there. Is that it? No. The radar would be going off by now if it was there. Not going to get a particularly great score this time around. There's only a limited number of spots where the emerald pieces could be in each level, but there's like a couple dozen different potential locations, and it is possible to memorize each location. But that requires more dedication than I'm willing to put in. Pumpkin Mountain, that's this one. think. Oh god. Yeah. It's lower. There.
It's close.
Got it.
I found him.
That's a high risk hiding place, that is. Oh my god. B.
Yeah, I feel good.
That's not too bad. I'll take that.
Select the stage.
I do not like any of the levels on the Ark. I think all the levels on the Ark are just fiddly and annoying and really frustrating. So I'm going to stick to all the levels on this side of the map. Let's check out something else about this game which is not particularly great, and I did not think was very great even at the time when I loved this game. The kart racing.
This is a racing game.
The kart racing in this game sucks. It is awful. It feels very much like a last minute tagged on extra mode. It's not much fun to play. It controls like arse. It's incredible. It's not very deep. Mario Kart, this is not. There are no power-ups, except for a minor speed boost, which you can get by collecting 20 rings.
Hey!
Oh, fuck. Yeah, there's no collision detection on the other drivers either. Just kind of like phase through them instead of touching them. I guess they couldn't come up with a physics model that didn't feel like total shit, so they decided just to not have one.
See you later. Hey!
Oh god. Alright, got 22 rings. I've now got a boost that I can deploy at any point when I choose. It does run well though. Again, this game runs incredibly smoothly.
Here we go.
Oh god. Oh Jesus. Okay. Yeah. Not great. Didn't think it was particularly good, even when I was 14. But hey, it's there, I guess. Let's look at one more level and then I'll call it. How about that?
Select the stage.
So, the... Ace. Nice. That's accidental. I didn't do that on purpose. Yeah, so the Tails and Robotnik levels are probably the weakest part of the main game. These are basically just they pretty much the same thing as the E102 Gamma stages from Sonic Adventure 1. You're just this robot and you shoot shit. can lock onto multiple objects at once to gain points. These levels are just kind of slow and awkward, and yeah, there was a power-up in there, I forget which one. I want to say this also I think this was also the first time ever in a mainline Sonic game that you could play as Robotnik, I think. I mean, yes, you could play as him in, like, other Sonic games, like Sonic R and whatever, but I mean, like, a mainline game, you know what I mean? I think that's the case. I'm pretty sure there was no other main game before this that let you play as Robotnik. Oh, sorry, Eggman, as he's meant to be called now. Whatever. Whatever, he's still Robotnik to me. Fuck it.
Have you tried slow descents using hovering?
It's possible to shoot Omochao. Got him. Yes! Fucking shot him. Oh no, but he fell off the ledge.
Have you tried slow descents using hovering?
You can get him to land on the ground after you shoot him. He gets mad at you.
Ow! That hurts! I'm mad at you. I'm not going to help you anymore.
That's like a little Easter egg. You can just totally just fucking shoot Omochao at any point. He gets all mad at you. Oh god, camera, where are you? You can only hold down the targeting button for so long. You might think, oh, okay, why not just hold down the button until you've targeted everything in the area and then release? You can't. If you hold it down for about more than 10 seconds, I think, it just starts to fade out like that. Not even 10 seconds, it's like 5 seconds. That's so when you start targeting stuff, you've got to be quick. Fuck, motherfucker! God damn it, camera! Alright. That thing over there. Problem is, you try and see what's over there and you try and move towards it, and the game's like, nope, you're looking over here. It's like, fuck. Fucking hell, camera. Also, because you're so goddamn sluggish, it's difficult to avoid incoming shots. You can still aim and shoot while you're hovering, which is good. Oh, what is that? God damn it. What does this do? Oh, shortcut. Yeah, the mysterious melody power-ups. It's probably one of the more just like borderline pointless power-ups in the game. It's not that useful really. Oop, don't land yet. Okay, there we go. Ugh. Yeah, the Tails and Eggman levels are probably my least favourite part of this game. They're slow, they're awkward.
Piece of cake.
Not much fun to play, but oh well. And that is kind of it. That is Sonic Adventure 2. This game is not perfect. It has quite a few flaws, in fact. The older I get, the more noticeable they become. But if you were an arrogant, edgy little 14-year-old, yeah, you could do a lot worse than this game, I guess. Anyway, that'll have to do. We're over an hour, so I'm going to have to end this video now. It's another 2-game video, but don't worry, I'll have 2 more games for you next time as we continue looking at Dreamcast ports for the GameCube. Goodbye.